Hey, welcome to another video on Expected Value Lotto, where we look at US scratch tickets and their expected values. And in this video, we're looking at the new Georgia Lottery $30 Titanium Sevens ticket. This is part of the January 2024 series of tickets coming out in Georgia, and it's actually been a while since we looked at a new $30 ticket, not just in Georgia, but in all of the 6 states that we look at on this channel. So this is a number match game, and there are a few symbols that you can find. There is a 7 symbol for an instant win. There is a double 7 symbol for a double up, and then there is that 7 times symbol for 7 times the prize. And then there are 3 bonus spots here at the, kind of in the middle of the ticket, where if you can find a money bag, you win the amount of money in there. Now, this is the prize structure and odds that the Georgia Lottery put out on this game. Overall odds are 1 in 2.62, and it looks like you can win anywhere from $30 all the way up to $700,000. And so, yeah, I mean, I have to mention on this prize structure, $30 is a lot of money for a $700,000 top prize, and it's going to be even less than that after taxes. I know the odds are better than 1 in a million, but just better. And so, I mean, just right off the bat, like I always have to think about, you know, what am I wagering? What is the top prize? What are the odds of the top prize? I just don't think that I would wager $30. $30 is a lot of money. Does anybody else feel like $30 is a lot of money? But I would not wager $30 for a $700,000 top prize at odds of about 1 in a million. That's just not appealing to me. I know there are good odds for $500 on this ticket, but I'm not playing $30 tickets for a $500 prize. I'm playing $30 tickets for a huge jackpot, and $700,000 just does not do it. Now, we have to talk about taxes here. So in Georgia, for any prize over $5,000, they're automatically going to take out 29.75% in taxes. I don't view that tax money as part of the value of the game, and so that is going to affect how I view the top prize. So instead of $700,000, I am going to view this as $491,750. So that makes it even less appealing. So you're wagering $30 for less than $500,000 top prize at odds of about 1 in a million. I don't think I would do that. I forgot to mention that usually tickets that are themed around a number, it's just like a huge red flag, because they give you prizes that kind of jip you off from what the prizes should be. So, for example, they offer the $77 prize. They should have just made it $100 and made the odds for the $100 prize better than 1 in 96. Here, the $700,000 top prize, they're obviously giving this instead of $1 million. So, theming a ticket around a number is just a really super gimmicky and cheap way to, like, I'm trying not to use language here that I shouldn't use, but it's a way to just like rip the customers off. So I'm not feeling great about the value of this ticket. So anyways, with that adjusted prize amount there, when you run the numbers on this game, you find out that the payout comes in between 79 and 80%. Now this is way above the 70% minimum that we look for. So that is good. However, I'm just going to go ahead and spoil the surprise. This is a strong number, 79% payout. However, it's not where our most recent $30 tickets have been, which we'll see in a minute. So 79% is lower than what we would want. So, this payout, I probably wouldn't recommend the ticket. And the reason it's so low is because Georgia really cheaped out on this top prize for sure. So anyways, the other thing I do need to mention about the 79% payout is that it does include all of these top prizes and all of the upper mid-tier prizes, which very few people are going to be winning, which means there aren't a lot of people who are actually going to see a 79% payout on this game. So what we want to know is, what is the payout going to be for the average person with average luck who may not be winning those top prizes? And in order to figure that out, we're going to subtract out the value of the top 1% of prizes, recalculate, and see what that new payout number is going to be. So looking back here at the prize structure, the separation between the top 1% and bottom 99% of prizes does happen here at the $500 prize level. So I do like that. that, average folks with average luck have access to basically the whole prize structure except for the top prize. I like that. However, there is a split here at the $500 level, and it's about 45 to 55. So a little bit less than half, 45% of these $500 prizes are going to be included here in the bottom 99% of prizes, and will be available to all players. The other 55% of these $500 prizes are going to join that $700,000 prize as the top 1% of prizes. Now, top 1% prizes are really hard to hit. If you want to know the odds of hitting one, look at the overall odds, move the decimal point 2 spaces to the right, and it's about 1 in every 262 tickets. And so, you're in well over $6,000 before you would expect to see even one of these top 1% prizes. So that's important information, if you're thinking about playing this game. Now, because so few people are going to be winning these top 1% prizes, we are going to take the value of these, subtract them from that payout number you saw before, and that's going to leave us with the payout of just the bottom 99% of prizes, where 99% of people are going to be playing this game. And when we do that, we find out that the payout for the bottom 99% of prizes comes in between 71 and 72%. Now, this is a really strong number. I always say, the minimum we look for is 60%. This is way above that. And then I say, a really, really good ticket for average folks has a bottom 99% payout above 70%. So this, exceeds that as well. So this is going to feel like a really good ticket for, the 99% of people who are, who are playing this game, who are not hitting the top 1% prizes. Now, here on this page, we are tracking the increases and decreases in Georgia $30 tickets. The Titanium 7s data point is all the way over here on the right, and you can see there was a pretty sharp decrease from the previous $30 ticket that came out, the $1 billion Bonanza, which was a great ticket, 83% payout. And so, yeah, this is another reason not to play this particular game. Again, I know the odds of winning $500 are good, but it's still 1 in 100 and what is it? 1 in 144 or something like that. Yeah. So, you're still paying a lot of money for that $500 prize. And I don't play $30 tickets for a $500 prize. I pay for a huge payout, which this ticket does not have. So yeah, this decrease in value, to me, it's unacceptable. Like, anytime I see a decrease like this, I always suggest, like, even though this is not a bad payout, 79%, like, it's not 83% for sure. And we're going to see how much money that actually is here in just a minute. But anytime I see a decrease, I always suggest don't play the ticket, because what you want to communicate to the Georgia Lottery is that you don't like to see decreases in value like this. You don't deserve decreases in value like this, and you're not going to play tickets when they decrease the value like this. That's what you want to communicate. So this is one that I would definitely advise leaving on the shelf, so that you can communicate that to the Georgia Lottery. But if you are playing $30 tickets in Georgia, up here in green, you see the best ticket in every category that still has top prizes available. So if you're playing for overall value, you can't beat the $1 billion Bonanza ticket, I guess, unless you go up to the $50 ticket that we have here. But I think this is the best $30 ticket of the 6 states that we've looked at. $1 billion Bonanza, it's a good one. If you're playing for odds, if 30 times the money is still out there, that would be the one you would want to play. It might not be, because there was not information on the website about this anymore. So that one may be out of circulation, in which case you've got basically all of these $30 tickets have very similar odds. So it really doesn't matter. If you are a more conservative player and you like to hold on to as much of your money as possible, this Titanium 7s ticket is really a conservative player's ticket. But then you're really sacrificing on that top 1% value. So you have to be okay with that if you're going to play this game. And then if you are more of a high roller and you like to win a little bit more money when you are lucky enough to hit in the top 1%, $1 billion Bonanza is a great ticket for that. And then over here on the right, we are keeping track of top prizes as well. Now here on this page, we are looking at, we rank Georgia $30 tickets based on the overall payout. You can see Titanium 7s in 8th place. So, $30 is a lot of money. I don't want to play the 8th best ticket, 8th out of 10, $30 ticket. I want to play one of these better $10 tickets. If it were me, I would be sticking to the $1 billion bonanza, because that is the best ticket that you can get for 30 bucks. Here on this page, this is uh, the rankings based on that bottom 99% number. So this is friendliness to the average player. I don't really like how they structured the prizes this time, and here's why. Titanium Sevens, this is the best ticket that we've seen come out of Georgia for the bottom 99% payout, but is it the best ticket overall? No, it's a bad ticket compared to other $30 tickets in Georgia. So they took a bad ticket, they weighted the bottom 99% with a lot of value, so it's going to feel like a good ticket, and it's very deceitful what they're doing. They're taking a bad ticket and making it feel like a good ticket, and if they're going to do that, they should advertise the payouts, because it's deceitful, and to me that's like more that gets into the moral integrity like category. It's morally wrong, I think, to do that because it's intentionally trying to deceive people. So while this has a good payout for the bottom 99%, I wouldn't recommend it still, just because the overall payout's not where it needs to be. Now here on this page, we are ranking $30 tickets across states. Titanium Sevens comes in 6th place overall, so still pretty competitive with what other states are doing in the $30 ticket category, but again, not where the $1 billion bonanza or the X the money ticket are, and that's a huge difference in like money value. So the $1 billion bonanza has a payout of 83%. That's 3.5% more than what the Titanium Sevens is. And while 3.5% doesn't sound like a lot, it is a huge amount of money when you consider how much value is in just one of these games. So one scratch game could easily have 10 million tickets as a part of it, sometimes even more, a lot more, but we'll go with 10 million. So 10 million times the $30 price tag, that's $300 million just for one of these games. And 3.5% of 300 million is $10.5 million that the Georgia Lottery gave its players here on the $1 billion bonanza ticket, but did not give its players here on Titanium Sevens. So here on Titanium Sevens, the Georgia Lottery is pocketing $10.5 million that they don't need to pocket, because they're making plenty of money with $1 billion bonanza. So the question for me is, why would they do that? Why would they pocket $10.5 million that they don't have to pocket? And I don't think there are any good answers to it, but we definitely need them to go back to the value that these more recent $30 tickets have been at. Now here on this page, this is the comparison across states for the bottom 99% payout, so friendliness to the average player. Again, here we have Titanium Sevens in first place. So this is the friendliest $30 ticket we've seen come out of the 6 states we're looking at. But again, Georgia Lottery took an inferior ticket, a bad ticket, well, not bad, an inferior ticket, made it feel like a superior ticket, which it is not. And it's just deceitful what they're doing here. Now here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets we've seen on the channel so far. 79% is good enough to make this list. So Titanium Sevens, this is 17th best ticket that we've seen on the channel so far. However, I cannot ignore all the $10 tickets that have more value than this $30 ticket. That's embarrassing. A more expensive ticket should never have less value than a cheaper ticket. So yeah, I mean, this is something that the Georgia Lottery should be embarrassed of. And ashamed of, because that should never happen. Massachusetts has set the bar with its $10 and $20 tickets. So, if there's a $20 ticket with 81% payout, every $30 ticket from every state should have more than 81% value in it. This Titanium Sevens falls short of that by a couple of percentage points. And to me, that's an embarrassment. So, another reason to not play this ticket. Now here on this page, these are the top 36 tickets based on that bottom 99% value. So Titanium Sevens, 9th place overall. So 9th best ticket we've seen for the average player. But again, this is going to feel like a good ticket to 99% of people. The people who are not getting their money's worth are the lucky 1%. and that's because the Georgia Lottery cheaped out on that top prize. So that's about it for the Georgia Lottery $30 Titanium 7s. I'm not a fan of this one. They're better $30 tickets that you can play, plus the value went down from the previous $30 ticket to this one. I'd never like to see that and would like to stop the value from falling further. So I am not going to buy this, and I suggest that other people don't buy it as well. Let's leave it on the shelf, send the Georgia Lottery a message that we don't like it and don't deserve it. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.